I was just kind of lost, trying to find a way to pay for a master's degree. And then I found Blink. I needed a quick job, and Blink showed that they had this benefit of like over $5,000. If you go to school, you just get the money. You complete the class, you get the money. Because it's not just a career to me. You know, I see something wrong in the world and I will do something about it.
Welcome, guys. I'm here with Gina talking about the Next Mile program. If you're unfamiliar, Blink offers an amazing program for anyone who's worked here for 90 days and works 3 days a week. They have the opportunity to get up to $5,200 every single year covered in educational costs. And Gina here is using it to pay for Harvard Extension School. Gina, can you tell everyone a little bit, just what is your program and everything?
So I am getting a Master of Liberal Arts focused in anthropology, and I do research into human trafficking. I have a certificate in social justice and public health. I started off in my bachelor's trying to go to med school, and then I learned, I don't like med school. It's just complicated, but I discovered anthropology, which is, the study of humankind and culture, and the program at my alma mater, which is Creighton University. They had a medical anthropology program, so it kind of combined my interest in medicine and then also just not necessarily from a qualitative math-based, hard science-based, but more from the humanitarian aspect. But I got into sociology because I study human trafficking. And that's kind of been the through line to what I do now. I got a job briefly at Berkshire Hathaway because they had a fantastic program where they would just completely pay for your master's degree. But the stipulations were extreme, kind of. Like I did insurance underwriting, and they would only pay for the degree if it was about insurance underwriting, which makes sense. That's totally fair. Why would they pay for something if it doesn't benefit the company? And so I was just kind of lost, trying to find a way to pay for a master's degree, because my parents didn't go to get any higher education. They went to trade school. My dad's an electrician. My mom is a cosmetologist. And then my two older siblings never went to higher education. So I was just trying to figure all this out on my own. But I found the perfect master's degree program at Harvard Extension School. And Harvard, notoriously hard to get into. And there's a lot I could say about its prestige and its elitist, which both are true. But they also have the most resources, I don't want to say out of any university in the States, but they have significant resources. And that is what I wanted. I wanted to get to know the people and the resources to get me ahead in this career. Because it's not just a career to me. I see something wrong in the world and I will do something about it. And then I found Blink. I needed a quick job. I was kind of tired of working in an office, and Blink showed that they had this benefit of like over $5,000 that if you go to school, you just get the money. You complete the class, you get the money. A lot of other places you have to apply, and then you're put in a pool, and then they choose randomly. And I needed a guarantee that I would have some kind of financial aid that I wouldn't have to pay for the rest of my life.
I think the amazing thing about that is it shows education is more than just about a career, but it's also about pursuing something you're passionate about. And it's also about, elevating your understanding of the world. Everyone falls into this trap all the time. We tend to think of our own problems and we think about the world through our own lens. But I think higher education, what it does is it helps you to have a broader lens, and to, instead of seeing people individually, you start to see systems and you start to understand the system. And then you can actually have real change from that. Can you explain to me, what was the process like for you joining Next Mile? Sounds like you've done a lot of other like programs or attempted other programs. How does NextMile compare to all of those?
4 months after I started, they changed the program and allowed for reimbursement to be a part of it. So what I could do is I took all the money I had saved and then I paid for my first semester. And then at the end of that semester, I was able to put in proof of registration, my grades at the end to prove that I had completed the class, and then the bill for how much the class had cost and proof that I had paid it. It's very easy. They've updated it recently, so the support number is easy to find. I'm pretty sure they have AI chat support as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Two things that did not exist 2 years ago. So it's significantly easier. It's the easiest it's ever been to get signed up. And even if you're not sure that whatever class you did may qualify for reimbursement, it's just throw it in there anyway. You might get free money, and you can just go and take one class. Like if you like photography, go take a single photography class. You don't have to pursue a degree. And I love that about this, because a lot of other programs, they make you lock into, oh, you need an associate's, you need a license. But with this, it's just, oh, you're getting some kind of education? Awesome. Please keep doing that. We will pay you for it.
You mentioned the reimbursement process. For someone who maybe is looking online and they're like, oh no, they don't have my program for the coverage, but they could get reimbursed. What are some of the strategies that you used in order to prepare yourself so that you could do the reimbursement process, pay that first semester?
So to apply for reimbursement, you have to, I think it has to be from an accredited institution. It can't just be like a meditation certificate from your friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically.
It has to be an institution that has some sense of authenticity.
Mm-hmm. But that's a wide umbrella. I would not worry. And then you kind of you type in the address, you type in the name, it does a quick search. You might need to provide more information depending on how niche the program or the class or whatever it is. But they're very willing to work with you. They really just want people to pursue education and pursue their interests.
I've met some people who have applied and are waiting to hear back. How long has it been for you? What was the waiting process for you like?
Maybe a couple days. I would have them check to see they have submitted all the documentation, because sometimes they don't always tell you you're missing a document. So that could be part of it. And then I would just have them contact support as much as possible, just annoy them. Yeah. And then they will fix it.
Yep. I think that is probably the best advice, is just you're not necessarily as a top priority to them, because they're working on a lot of things. Doesn't mean that they don't care about you or anything, like they do, but they're dealing with a lot. And so if you can make your case for yourself, that will 100% make the process go a lot more smooth.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Because it could have just been slipped somewhere and people have forgotten about it, or moved around somewhere. Bureaucracy is a beast, and we're all victims of it.
Yeah. I want to go back real quick though to you said that you kind of saved up and then you purchased the first semester, and then you got the reimbursement later. What are some advice that you would give to someone who maybe they're not really super familiar with saving up and that process? What were some of the strategies you had to do that?
So my plan, after all this kind of shook out, was after every semester when I would get the refund, I would take that refund money and it would go directly toward my next semester. So for me, the hardest part was just saving as much as I could from my paycheck that didn't go to bills or gas, and just keeping that until I hit that goal of being able to get that first semester in, and then get that tuition money. And then it was just kind of a rolling ball. It's gotten easier and easier.
if someone was on the fence about joining Next Mile and improving themselves in terms of their education, what would you tell that person?
Why not? I mean, it is a time commitment, absolutely. We all have very busy lives. I mean, we all probably work full time. A lot of us have kids and families and other responsibilities. But, one class once a week for something you're really interested in, why not take that time for yourself?
Yeah. Why turn down free money, right? One last question for you. Can you explain like future plans? Like what are you excited about after having your master's at Harvard?
At Harvard, yes. I plan to take over Harvard. No.
Yeah.
I started developing this database in undergrad that tracks human trafficking across the United States. And do you know what Geographic Information Systems is?
I'm not aware, no.
It's like interactive maps.
Okay.
And then you can put data points on the maps. So it's very user-friendly and a really easy way to educate the general public about the truths of human trafficking. And I did kind of like a beta project back in 2022 and presented it to a state conference, and they loved it. So my plan, hopefully for my capstone project in my master's, is to do that more professionally, a little more to fruition, market it toward organizations like the one I was a part of in undergrad, or different human trafficking coalitions around the nation. I would like to continue to do research into human trafficking and hopefully make the world a slightly safer and better place.
To me, Next Mile just opens up opportunities for everyone, and it can give you a certificate, and give you a degree, it can just give you a class that you're interested in, and all of that is just going to be 100% benefit. And
yeah. There's no downside because it's not like a student loan. You don't have to pay it back.
Well, thank you, Gina, so much for being here and for communicating a little bit about the Next Mile program. Sure. And telling us about your life too. So it's super cool to hear all about that, and I wish you all the best with all of your work.
Thank you. You too.